Evening. I'm just back in. I was out of Wonder getting some grub. I've been asked by a few people. I posted a video earlier, and I've been asked to elaborate on a story that I mentioned. I just partially mentioned it, and it was Andy Whiteford and Chris Hearns, and we were in the Hurlet having a beer. It was a Brewers Fair a long time ago, and they'd ordered pints of lager. Or maybe it was a shandy, or Andy was having a lemonade. Sorry Andy if I dropped in it there, maybe. It was 20 years ago. And I had on denims, or like, you know, jeans or chinos or something, a V-neck cashmere jumper, and a pair of sandy coloured Timberland boots. Dressed like a soldier. And I was home and leave, and a couple of pints. And Andy said, you see, I was a bit daft and Andy was a bit sharper than me, and he liked to wind me up, and he said, I bet you couldn't beat us to Neilston running. And I said, I'll bet you I could. And he said, right. He said, you start running and we'll finish these pints and leave. So you've got a 5-minute head start and you'll never beat us. And I says, I will beat yous. So that was the game on. So I necked my beer. Never leave your beer, guys. It's bad drills. You never know when your next one will come. And I left and I bolted out the door of the Hurlet and started running like a maniac along the Glasgow Road, jumped a roundabout, up the Barrhead Main Street, walloped through Barrhead, Cemetery, up the hill into Neilston. I don't know where that is, it's 3 miles or something, there, give or take, and through the wee lane into Kirtonfield Road. And my mum had privet hedges back then, and I went like a maniac. I went like a bat. MD seeing me on Barrhead would have thought he's just robbed a bank or done a Securicor van, or he's got a 6 Dobermans chasing him and he's covered in beef fat. So I'm lying on the grass in the garden, starfished, dying, and they've necked their beers thinking he's a clown. Look at him, madman away up there running like a loony. And they've got into Neilston and stopped outside my mum's house, and they're like, Diddy, he's nowhere to be seen, he must be coming through the lane. We've missed him, because they were looking out for me. They've got out the car and they've heard the panting, you know, lying there in the grass, and they've looked over the hedge and they're like, can't I believe it? And so I won that one. And I don't think there was many bets that I never took, and I don't think there was many that I didn't win. Andy Whiteford, maybe you'll elaborate further and your memory will be better than mine. But that was the story about today, and it's good to jog your memory. I've probably not got the best memory for stuff, but stuff like that's been spoke about a few times over the years. That story's been told by Andy and a few other people, and I think he's quite fond of that story. It was good times. It was good times. It's one of the funnier times, you know. So that was it. It was as simple as that, but it was a good one. And I've probably still got the stress fractures in my shin splints to remind me of that day, because it's no sensible taking bets like that without a warm up and in Timberland boots, you know. It's like running in bricks. But we live and learn. So cheers Andy, and I hope you liked that story.